here we are on the play against our unknown opponent. Paul, this is Tom or Clift? Decide now.
I mean, Clift. Well, my name is Tom, but everyone calls me Clift. Or you call me Clift, I guess.
I'm loving our one land double cryptic hand.
Yeah, that's a
I don't know about you. Our Snapcaster to go with all our cheap spells. This sounds a lot better.
That's a lot better, yeah. Ideally, you want like a Remand or a Serum Visions to help you draw cards. I hope our opponent's on burn. We haven't played against like that, and that's kind of an interesting matchup where you just have to go combo.
It is a race, essentially. Oh man, you called it. You called it. Here we go. This is the turn one.
Yes! Goblin Guide, reveal land, bolt the Goblin Guide.
Rift Bolt. Close.
There you go.
You are a psychic person.
I'm great. Now, I really love this matchup. I play a lot of Burn, so I've played Burn versus Splinter Twin against Mitchell Bunch. I feel like Burn is slightly favoured, at least in game one. Basically, you need to just have the combo really, really quickly, and you want to try and combo with Deceiver X out rather than Pestamite.
Well, I feel like, yeah, that's definitely true. But I feel like the die roll is very important in this matchup.
Yes. I also feel like
the problem is we are on the play
Yeah.
with not a great hand, which means we've kind of what do they call it in tennis, where like you lose.
They've broken the serve.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We're gonna break. He's gonna have broken the serve right off the bat.
Yeah, we are not winning this game. I think it's basically not gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna bolt our opponent to try and set up a Snapcaster bolt next turn, and at least try and race, because
they do a lot of damage to themselves with lands, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do what we can. Ambush Viper doesn't seem. Ugh.
Well, land is good. Land.
Shocking yourself.
I think you do want to shock though. I think you want to go shock and then click in his draw step and take away. Oh god, that's bad. You can click away your.
I think we have to shock. If we sit here, he's got 3 cards in hand. He's gonna drop a 4. The problem is shocking is basically a card, which is like another draw step. But we don't have any plays except like Snapcaster for no value, which is bad when we have Bolt in our hand. So it hurts, but I think we have to Breeding Pool here. Otherwise, we have no plays. The only other thing you could do is play Goblin Guide, attack, and we ambush Viper without Snapcaster.
No, that's terrible. Because you'd rather Snapcaster Bolt and then attack back with Snapcaster.
You know what's really interesting?
What?
What's this land?
Breeding Pool.
Yeah. The Breeding Pool, which could be an island if we weren't splashing for Ancient Grudge.
Oh, that's true.
So this is the tangible downside of playing a, air quotes, free splash for Ancient Grudge. It does come to hurt you, and this is the matchup where it hurts you most.
Wait.
Anything that we could electrolyze, we can just block with click.
That's true, I guess.
What we really want to take here is like an Eidolon.
You want to take the.
We can electrolyze the Grim.
Yeah, I actually think you want to take Skullcrack or nothing. The thing is, okay, like Grim and Goblin Guide you can deal with before they deal any damage, so you're not really worried about those.
Or we can block the Goblin Guide.
And you can electrolyze the Grim Love.
So you take the Skullcrack?
Well, the thing is though, taking Skullcrack, like Skullcrack's good because it prevents the life gain, but you haven't got any life gain cards in your deck anyway. And realistically,
is Skullcrack better than a random card out of his deck?
I don't think it is, because I think he could draw 1-mana spells and flood the board. Like, you don't want him drawing more 1-mana spells, because then he can play, like, 3 things this turn. And you also don't want him drawing Boros Charm, which is more damage. So I think Skullcrack... and, look, realistically, he's probably just going to draw, like, a Skullcrack off that anyway, so I don't know that matters.
So you're blocking this Goblin Guide?
Yeah,
I think we have to,
definitely. In fact, I'm kind of surprised he attacks here, because all it does is give you a land.
Yeah,
and then you
sure
block.
did.
Yeah, I think that...
Then he Skullcracks our click before blocks, right?
Yeah,
that's how that works.
And that's another reason you don't do that. Not that I think he would fire a bolt at your face on the click. I think that's something that burn players definitely need to know, is to when not to attack with Goblin Guide. Because realistically, your creatures are so good on turns 1 and 2 and maybe 3. After that, you just want lightning bolts.
Well, we certainly can't let him untap with a Grim. So we can either excuse me. We can either Snapcaster Bolt this guy, or we can electrolyze 1/1.
I think I like electrolyze, because that lets you draw another card.
It 3 damage does feel wasted on his 1 toughness creature.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it this way. The downside is if he draws like a Swift Spear, or something that we'd be interested in like blocking. But yeah, basically this matchup is a race. We want to have comboed him that turn. As it stands, he's got Skullcrack and Stomping Grounds in hand. What do you think about him not fetching?
I like that. I mean, look, the thing with the burn
Whoa.
deck. Oh, here we go.
Whoa.
The thing with the burn deck and fetching is like you know how you like fetch to thin your library, which is kind of marginal, but it's less marginal than burn because you run so few lands to begin with. So if there's ever a deck where that is like really the effect is noticeable, I think it's burn. But you also want to have a fetch land to get Searing Blaze active. Like you always want to have landfall.
Here's a question: does the burn have a single card that beats the combo?
Nope.
Let's do it. Eat it.
You could even go. Oh no, you can't.
No, because then we died at like Boris Charm.
Wow. I'm really shocked we made that.
We drew well.
We
We certainly drew well. And 4 is arguably too many lands for this deck.
Yeah.
The downside is we do not have like any life gain. We do not have a long game. Keranos is god awful against the burn deck. So what we want to do is, speaking as the twin player amongst the two of us, and you're representing the burn, you know what you're doing with burn.
Yeah, well.
I say Remand on the draw is worse in most matchups and awful against your opponent's 1-mana spells. I think Dispel and Negate get much better. I think Ancient Grudge has 0 targets. I think Blood Moon is hilarious for turning off your Boris Charms and your Attackers commands. I think Anger of the Gods is too slow. I think everything here is too slow. I think this is what I would go with.
Let me see if there's anything I would take out as the burn expert. Take out
the combo. Take out the twins.
No, that looks about right. I mean, Vendilion Click is probably the weakest card that's still in your deck because, as we saw, like discard, you're just drawing them into an equivalent spell.
Yep. But Skullcrack there was crucially not something that could team up with another burn spell to get through a Deceiver.
That's true. And I also think that, like, the information is valuable, and I just don't think there's anything... I mean, like, legitimately, of the cards in your sideboard, Remand is maybe...
Remand is definitely the maybeest.
Yeah, I mean, Blood Moon to turn off Boris Charm and Attackers command is also...
They literally can't cast those cards. There's no basic forest. They can't play around Blood Moon. As hilarious as that is, I think we go with this because Click does help the Plan B.
Yeah, I agree. Although if you're I don't think you're winning Plan B. I guess
it's possible.
I mean, look, burn decks do like just.
How do you feel about? I feel like this is an easy keep.
Yeah, I love that hand.
The reasons being, Dispel will get its value at some point in the first 4 turns. Bolt will hopefully get its value. I don't know about Steam Fencing to shock the Goblin Guide, but Spellskite is the other reason I really want to keep this hand.
Hopefully he reveals a mountain or a fetch off the Goblin Guide.
That would be the sexiest. Oh, no. Aye!
Well, now you have to reveal that you have that, but it's still good.
Still preferable.
So you just... well, no, because you want to reveal...
No. Oh, now it's discarding.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, right.
I clicked through it.
I actually think that's fine, though, because you want to... This way you get to
now
see
he
what the
definitely
Goblin Guide...
doesn't think we have bolts.
No, but also now you get to see off Goblin Guide what's on top and like fetch it away if you don't want to draw it next turn. You also might just want to bolt the Swift Spear.
We can block the guide with Swift Spear. I mean, we can block the guide with Spellskite more easily. It is a negate on top. I'm perfectly fine shuffling that away.
Yeah.
Our opponent has 2 cards in hand. How afraid should I be of this?
What do they mulligan to?
Many low cards. Mulligan to 5.
Oh, well, that's bad for them.
I feel like I'd rather them have the Swift Spear than the Goblin Guide to save damage. But the extra lands off the Goblin Guide could be nice.
I actually think Swift Spear is probably better.
Which is better for the burn player?
Well, look, Goblin Guide you definitely want more on turn 1, but assuming that you have a burn spell every turn, which you usually do, the Swift Spear is better. Then again, the fact they mull to 5 means that maybe they've got a bad hand. I probably would bolt the Swift Spear here.
It's close.
But it's also like the damage is relevant this turn is the other thing. Like he's only dealing 1 damage this turn, so.
Well, I think the damage in subsequent turns isn't the worst, because he's only got 2 cards in hand, so we have time to set up our Spell Skite and Dispel.
So you play Spell Skite here.
Yep. I'm not going to block the Goblin Guide, because that's just feeding into like bolts. So I could block the Goblin Guide, and then he has to bolt. I guess that's not the worst.
I actually don't mind that at all, because you're really like, even as a burn player, even using 1 burn spell on a creature is really annoying, and you're blanking 1 full Goblin Guide attack, and you're taking a burn spell to his hand. He's only got 3 cards in hand.
Rift Bolt suspended.
So I think
yeah, that actually doesn't sound too bad.
I think you definitely block the Goblin Guide actually.
And him attacking is kind of telegraphing that he does have Electrolyze revealed.
Well, no, because he's also bluffing.
How do you feel about it now that I revealed Electrolyze off the top? I feel like I take this, Electrolyze the Goblin Guide, and then I definitely have Spell Skite and play for future turns. Now that I know that I have
Goblin
Electrolyze.
Guys giving us all that helpful information.
So we take 3, go to 13, we're at a virtual 10, and then we Electrolyze the Goblin Guide.
Wait, we take 3, we take 2.
Oh, because, yeah.
So we go to 15, and he's presumably got a burn spell in hand. And so we're on a virtual 4, and then 1 if he draws another burn spell.
We do have Dispel.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, I think I just block.
Still block.
I think I block, because realistically, again, like, if he bolts the Spell Skite, that takes your clock down considerably. And he doesn't have it.
It's totally bluffing.
And I do think that you, as the burn player, you always attack there, because you do bluff, and you do hope your opponent makes the wrong decision there. So, yeah, I think you untap.
Well, see, this is...
you didn't want to send a message by tapping.
Not in this matchup.
So now he might even riff, like, you riff bolt the face here, you don't go to the Spell Skite. But you can redirect a Spell Skite, which is great.
This is still a suspend trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, not with mana, though.
Yeah, with mana.
Because you can't Electrolyze now.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You pay 2 life.
He knows about the Electrolyze, though.
So
he won't attack, surely.
I mean, probably not, but if he doesn't attack, like, that's good. I mean, him not attacking seems pretty good to me.
I guess that's not the worst. And if he has an instant to do on the Spell Skite, like this, we can just dispel it. It saves us a bunch of damage, and it keeps our Spell Skite around.
Yeah, I like
I don't see how he wins now.
Yeah, and now he attacks with Goblin Guide, and you don't block, I don't think. You want to keep your Spell Skite alive.
I definitely don't block here.
But yeah, I don't.
Yay.
This doesn't look good for the... I mean, look, you can still just like not draw Deceiver Exile for a bunch of turns. I guess is how you lose, but he's in a bad place.
What is the Pestimite?
And I think you will win this game.
I kind of don't want to go for the combo quite yet. Oh, I guess the Spell Skite can redirect.
The Spell Skite protects you from the burn spells. So you've got to have double burn spell. And even then, even if you go for the combo and he does double bolt, it's like he's got no cards in hand, no way to win. You'll just draw more combo pieces.
Yep. So how do you feel about Pestimite tap the Goblin Guide?
I think
because I want to keep the Spell Skite around for next turn guaranteed.
He's shocked with the... Oh man, he's screwed. Like Skullcrack, he's got 1 card in hand. I guess I don't even think you do this, to be honest. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, sure.
Yeah. There's no 1 card that gets him out of this.
No, you tap it down, and you win.
Well, you wanted to see the burn matchup, and you kind of did.
Yeah.
I mean, it came down to the combo both times. It was unfortunate for our opponent to mulligan to 5.
Yeah, I think our opponent got unlucky. Like, Burn should have been able to beat your game 1 hand, certainly, because your game 1 hand was not great. And then game 2, you went into you cybered it as you said you were going to, and then he mulled the 5. So, and he still kind of...
Spellskite was kind of a boss there, but there's still a lot of interesting decisions. It does feel like a good blocker, but you still want it to absorb things. And as you saw, it's still often a decision whether or not you want to pay the life or not. It can often come down to very close quarters. That's what the burn deck wants to push you into.
But it is really good. Like, the burn player does not like seeing Spellskite. You side in Destructive Revelries against Twin. Like,
you can redirect them to Spellskite as well.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, that's your best option. And Destructive Revelry is very good against this deck because it
Hoses blood moon.
It hoses. Yeah, it's kind of funny that, you know,
Sends a message to Keranos.
yeah, well, it's not good against Keranos. But you like, they're siding in their enchantment hate. That's, I guess, one downside of like siding into Vidalcan Shackles and Blood Moon is that you don't blank what they sideboard in, because they're going to sideboard in your enchantment hate to kill your Splinter Twin. You're like, haha, I'm taking out these enchantments and bringing in these enchantments. But I mean, look, that's not to say Blood Moon is not good. It's obviously great. I assume our opponent brought in Destructive Revelry there. Didn't see it.
Well, he's on green and white, which is the standard way to go. And Destructive Revelry, Molten Rain, the Searing Blaze, even, you know, some people play it main deck. These ways of doing damage to the face and dealing with what your opponent's doing is a great way for the burn deck to kind of have those sideboard options against what your opponent's doing, but still stick with the plan A of burning you out. And Spell's Guide happens to be good against all of them. Alright, cool. Let's try one more match, and we'll catch you there.